Never pay full price for games ever again, guys. G2A offers the cheapest CD keys you can find anywhere. Check them out by clicking on the link below. What's up, guys? It's Ed from TechSource, and welcome to Setup Wars episode 64, where you submit your desk setup to get featured on the channel. So if you guys are interested in being part of the show, make sure to watch the video linked below. But here are your 5 contestants for this week. We have Bruno, Bryan, Chandler, Florin, and Jonas. Congratulations for making it on the show. Starting the episode, we have Bruno Mars and his interesting desk. What is that? Oh, never mind, I just read the notes. So apparently it says in here that this is a custom-made desk. So he has a 29-inch LG ultra-wide that's hooked up on the wall, and below that we have an assortment of mugs and models for added personality, I guess. We also have a Logitech G100S keyboard and mouse combo. There's also a Sony Pulse headset hanging from a self-made headphone hanger and a boom arm that's holding up a microphone. Or at least that's what I'm assuming. At least when you built the desk, you didn't forget to make a dedicated place for cable management. Although it's not the prettiest desk I've seen, it sure as hell has its usefulness. By the way, very good job on the cable management. It definitely looks like you spent some time to clean up the wires. And finally, the PC that's powering the setup has an i5-4440 and a GTX 950 inside the NZXT S340 case. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw more and more S340 cases magically showing up in the next few episodes. Thank you, Bruno, for entering. Next up, we have Bryan Cranston with a very nice black and white setup, rocking two 23-inch Lenovo monitors that are hooked up to a triple monitor stand, hence why there are extra arms sticking out. On the desk, we have the Paradise V60 keyboard, Logitech G502 Proteus Core mouse on top of the glorious mousepad. I do like the whiteboard that you attached between the desk and the monitor stand. I know you did that to protect the desk from being scratched and dented, but it honestly blends in nicely with your color scheme. Also, the mic setup you have is very interesting. I haven't seen anyone bring the mic underneath the monitors like this before. It actually looks more convenient this way, and it's not blocking the monitors at all. Hanging from one of the arms, we have 3 pairs of headphones, a Hi-Fi Man HE400i, which is his primary headphones. Then we have a Sennheiser HD558 and Sony XP800s. Not a bad collection. And finally, below that, we have a PS4 console with a controller charging dock right next to it. Honestly, the PS4 looks a little bland compared to the rest of the setup. It feels like the entire left side of the desk can use more white. I would strongly recommend picking up some V-brand skins to pimp up that PS4, maybe even go with a black and white carbon fiber or matte color scheme. I think it will look sick with your setup, but I'll drop links down below in case anyone is interested in checking them out. They don't only make skins for consoles, guys, they have them for smartphones, headphones, laptops, and a bunch of other devices. The other thing that kind of bothers me is the text on the wall. Now, I'm all for motivational quotes, but writing on your wall is never a good idea, especially since it's not even parallel to your setup. I would have gotten a custom-made poster or even a picture and framed it with those words on it instead of writing something like that on the wall, but that's just me. Cable management though, very impressive. Excellent work keeping everything contained. I absolutely love the organization that went into creating this. Velcro straps, cable drops, and 3M tape. Job well done. And finally, the PC that's powering the setup has a 4790K and an R9390 inside another S340 case. Also great work keeping the color scheme consistent in your PC as well. Honestly, this is a very impressive setup. The only thing I would change is by adding some skins to your PS4 and maybe adding some posters or picture frames to cover up the text you have up there. Thank you, Bryan, for entering. Changing things up, we have Chandler and what appears to be our second ever black and yellow setup. I'm not so sure why these are so rare on Setup Wars, but black and yellow are actually really great colors. Maybe I'll do a PC build using these colors. What do you guys think? This is also our second setup with a custom desk. It's made out of 3-tier drawers and various pieces from bookshelves and other furniture. So on the desk we have a Delgado keyboard, Razer Death Adder mouse, and a 2012 MacBook in between 2 24-inch LG monitors. On the left side we have a Rode NT1A microphone that's kind of just sitting on the desk and a Focusrite audio interface. Props going with some V-brand skins for your M50X headphones. That looks like a sick combo. Although I'm not really sure what's going on up here. It looks like a bunch of Legos built inside of a shelf that's holding up a guitar handle. I don't know, maybe there's some sentimental thing going on here, but you didn't mention it in the notes. Cable management looks pretty good from what I can see. I did notice that you hid the power strip in one of the shelves on the right side. And finally, his PC, which also has a black and yellow color scheme, is rocking a 4790K and a GTX 750 Ti. You have a pretty beefy CPU, so I would suggest upgrading your graphics card to a GTX 1060 or even an RX 480 to take advantage of that extra power that you're missing out on. I would also recommend picking up a boom arm for your mic, since I have no clue how you even record without one. Other than those minor tweaks, I think that this is a very dope black and yellow setup. Thank you, Chandler, for entering. Next up, we have Florin with a refreshing setup. What is it with custom made desks in this episode? So this desk is made out of 10 pallets, which has a tabletop mounted against it, and there's also a CD shelf that's been laid out horizontally, which he is using as a monitor riser. Very clever. The custom work doesn't even stop there. It looks like he made his very own headphone hanger, speaker mount, and even controller stands. I'm impressed. On the desk we have a 28-inch Samsung TV that's used as a monitor, and below that we have the Logitech K740 keyboard and a Razer Mamba mouse. There are a bunch of other stuff on the desk, like the Logitech Z333 speakers, a printer, lamp, empty picture frame, and other miscellaneous stuff. There's also a lot going on up there on the wall, but honestly it doesn't even bother me. I feel like this all blends in well with the ambiance of the room. I'm honestly impressed with the cable management too. There's a lot going on, but you manage to have everything under control. We do have a PC down here. It kind of looks like a pre-built PC actually, but I could be mistaken. It's rocking a 3770 and an MSI GTX 960. But that will do for this setup. Thank you very much, Florin, for entering. Last but not least, we have Jonas and his very clean ultra-wide setup. I mean, look at the symmetry. Just beautiful. We have a 29-inch ultra-wide monitor in the center and two Edifier M2280 speakers on both sides. The keyboard of choice is the Corsair Vengeance K70 with MX Blue switches, and that's accompanied by the Rocat Tyan mouse. The mousepad is also pretty sick. It kind of reminds me of the Xco mousepad that I had a while back with a different design. Other than the HyperX Cloud 2 sitting on a headphone hanger and a salt lamp on the right side, there's really nothing else on the desk. Very simple, very clean, just the way I like it. I'm not too sure about the wallpaper though. Cable management is also spot on, not a single wire in sight. Good job, Jonas. The PC that's hiding off to the left side has a 4770 and a Zotac GTX 980 Ti Extreme Edition with the Corsair Graphite 780T case. It's a shame that you have to put this on the floor and away from sight, but I understand why you did that. It would have messed with the appearance of the setup. Actually, you know what? I think it would look fine with the PC on the desk. Just remove the salt lamp and put the PC over there. But what do you guys think? Should Jonas put his PC on the right side of his desk? Let me know by dropping a comment. Regardless what you decide, this is one fine setup. Thank you, Jonas, for entering. So that will do for this episode of Setup Wars. As always, make sure you guys drop your comments and vote on who you think has the best desk setup. And as always, I'll announce the winners on Sunday on my Twitter and Instagram. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy Setup Wars, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video.